What's up guys, my name is Eduardo Cavalli and I'm a professional racing driver that is especially passionate when it comes to this subject. Yes folks, rain has been one of the most talked about subjects in sim racing recently, and there are many titles that do a stellar job at it, some of them being iRacing and AMS2. But each one of them having their own shortcomings, being iRacing most infamously the tire model, and AMS2 just by having that rubbery kind of numb feeling physics. But I would say that all in all, they do a great job at representing what driving in the rain should feel like. But what about the original Assetto Corsa? A game that launched back in 2013 and didn't even have rain features in it, and as of 2024 has been modded to beyond recognition. So I haven't really tried racing in the rain in Assetto Corsa, besides a couple dozen laps here and there just to see what works and what doesn't. But since the Assetto Corsa Evo trailer just came out mentioning 24-hour cycles and rain weather, I think the time has come to really test it and see what it's all about. So here we are in Interlagos, in a car that is very similar to what I race in real life, and I am quite familiar with Interlagos in the rain. I have raced here a couple of times back in 2022, and I've even managed to win a race in my class here, so I was very happy with that. So I think I have a very decent knowledge about how the track should feel in the wet. So let's try it. As you can see, the rain looks very good. So I'm really interested to see, and this is one thing that I'm really scared of. My biggest fear is that this is just an overall grip reduction, and this happens a lot when it comes to rain driving, or I should say portraying rain in a sim. And rain driving is not only about having lower grip, but it's about the traction and the tarmac and the lines available on the track. So I'm very excited to see where this goes. Okay, very low grip, but it doesn't really look like we have a rubber line, so that is not a good sign. Laranjinha, this is a very difficult corner in real life because it's so rubbered in. And this is another thing about rain driving, is that the lines you're gonna do really depends on what kind of circuit you're driving at. You've probably heard a lot of people saying that in the rain you should do a rain line, but that's not always the case. In a track, on a permanent track like Interlagos that's always active, you have track days 24/7 around this track. So this is a very rubbered in track, so you would very much need to run a wet line. But if you're facing an older circuit that's not really used, or even street circuits, you're probably going to be able to use the regular dry line. So I'm not seeing... Oh, that's the white line. That is good. Okay. Interlagos is not a track that has many puddles, since it has some really good draining systems because of F1, obviously. This in real life is really scary when you're following someone. Oh, car feels a little bit floaty. Easy on the brakes, relying on the gearbox and engine braking to get the car stopped. Let me try the dry line. This is the usual line here in the rain. Feels good. But this looks amazing, guys. I have to admit. Car feels skittish. Yeah, I shouldn't be able to do this. That spot in specific is very slippery. So, yeah. But I gotta say, this is a great effort by the modders, keeping in mind that none of this was made by Kunos, the original publisher of the game. The car is modded, the track is modded, the weather is modded, even the graphics are modded, the UI that you're seeing is modded, so you gotta tip your hat to the modders in the modding community in general, in this sim, because they're what made this game. Not even what's keeping it alive, they made this game. Assetto Corsa from stock is not very good. You have great physics, you have great tracks, but it's so limited and it gets old very, very quick. So yeah, I don't think Kunos really had the budget back in 2013 to publish a complete game. So they just focused on the basics, and I really can appreciate that. So those are the basics, well done, and I'm all for that. So let's try the dry line around the entire lap. Yeah, a little bit of slip there. This line that I'm covering right now is impossible in the dry. There is no way you can go through Curva do Sol from the inside. It's impossible. But I gotta say, like, surfaces aside, this feels really good. Like, really, really good. This is really bringing back memories from driving Interlagos in the rain. Yeah, this surface here, on the grid slots, they feel really slippery. There might be something going on there. It's really hard to beat the muscle memory here. So I'm really like coming off the rubber to brake, crossing it at the final part of my braking. The name of the game is just avoiding rubber. But man, what a great job the modders have done here. I am really impressed. I really am. And I'm hoping that ASSETTO is going to be able to rival iRacing in the rain department. Because you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of iRacing. Oh, that was risky there on the curb. I'm not the biggest fan of iRacing, but when it comes to rain driving, I think they have knocked it out of the park. It just feels amazing. I can still feel some of those problems on the tire model, especially when it comes to tire temperature. That same BS of overheating your tires is still present in the rain, which is just ridiculous. You oversteer a little bit in one corner and you overheated your tires in the rain. Like, what is that all about? But you can really feel the puddles and in the different lines, so you really get punished by the rubber, which is that is what rain driving is all about, in my opinion. I mean, I love the fact that this is beautiful. It looks really good, but in my opinion, it could be falling hot dogs from the sky. If the surfaces are good, I'm not gonna be pissed at it. Oh. That was a bit close. But I gotta recommend this to you. If you're feeling like driving Assetto Corsa in the rain, trying something different, something that really looks good and it's good fun, I recommend you signing up to Patreon, to all of those guys, all the modders, picking up the version 0.2.5/1 review of CSP, and install Pure 2.0 because it has really transformed the look of my game, and I'm not going back to normal. And it's not even only the graphics that are improved, it's also optimized better. So I have better frame rate while having better graphics, which is just insane. But yeah, I think this is good. I'm really hoping that AC Evo is capable of just giving us all that we want. We just want a built-in good multiplayer from day one, solid leaderboards, good content, good single-player content that is good for streamers and YouTubers. I'm probably not really going to be doing that, but some people like it. That's just all we want. I'm not even asking for great rain weather driving. I mean, all I wanted was a good multiplayer, to be honest. But if we have good rain and we're able to beat iRacing at it, I think we're going to be good. I think we're going to be in for quite a good few years of sim racing. Now let me just shut up for a second and try to get a heater of a lap here. All right. Oh, this was fun, man. This is really fun. I'm really going to come back to this another time and try different cars. But you gotta try it out. I'm telling you, we gotta get ready for Assetto Corsa Evo. We gotta manifest that it's gonna be a good sim and we're gonna have a good year. I don't want to go to iRacing, please, for the love of God. And yes, this is good. Yes, Assetto Corsa has good rain physics, but I think that AC Evo can improve this. So thank you so much for watching this short little video. You can expect some good track guides for this week, at least 2. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.